I'm with Frank Smith. Despite the rumours of 2,000 ticket sales or 3,000, seems to be a lot of people in there making a lot of noise tonight.
3,000. It looked terrible.
It did, yeah. Yeah, great show, great night, a lot of good performances. Obviously, we'll start off with Dillian Whyte. Obviously, the knockdown, but despite that, he seemed to be in control of pretty much most of the rounds, and he looked really impressive tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job against a great fighter in Oscar Rivas. You know, many people have spoken about beforehand the skill he's got, the amateur pedigree he's got, and undefeated as a pro prior to this. So, you know, as Dillian always does, he showed up and he put everything on the line.
Now, obviously,
fair play to Rivas as well.
Yes,
great guy, tough guy, and he'll come back.
Of course. Obviously, that's secured Dillian the mandatory slot.
Yeah.
Time-wise and whatever, we'll see as and when that fight. There's talk of like a May, whether that fight is made by then, but the actual fight's a bit later. But he obviously wants to get a fight in between December time. It was kind of mentioned. Is there any idea sort of roughly what level of opponent he'll be sort of looking for? Because knowing Dillian, he'll want a tough one, but maybe you guys be like, you know, just hold it down a bit and let's get you a nice little, just a tick over more than these tough ones.
I think after tonight, have a bit of time out, and then we'll work with his team to try and find the best opponent there is and the most suitable opponent for him. Dillian is one of those people who say he wants to take the toughest test constantly, and you have to respect him for that. So, but we'll see how everything progresses beyond here, and he'll be back out later this year.
Now, obviously, Derek Chisora, unbelievable knockout, and talk of the Parker fight being in the line. But just quickly, Derek Chisora seems to love this building, putting on those performances.
I think he gave the fans a great night. After the last fight, there was a lot of talk after his last fight that disappointed fans, but he showed up.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, Derek's last opponent, Gashi, kind of was similar to Okola's opponent tonight. Didn't necessarily come to fight and wanted to run away, but so it was good to see Szpilka look like he wanted the battle, but obviously paid the price. But onto Okola, again, maybe people will be a little frustrated, but personally I felt he looked a lot better under maybe the tutelage of Shane McGuigan.
Yeah.
Just what we're looking at, because there was obviously talk of the Lebedev fight, but he hadn't retired at the time. Yeah. Is that
retired now?
Something looking down the line soonish?
Yeah, I think he's obviously mandatory for Nagabu, Nagabu for the European title. So we'll look obviously to make that fight happen. Again, Lawrence is one of those people who wants to fight the best. He's still very early on in his career, still very young. Can't remember, I think 12 fights roughly.
Yeah, 12. Maybe 13, maybe,
around that sort of number. So
early days.
And just started with Shane McGuigan. He'll be learning a lot from him. And those things take time to really get the best out of people. It's not like an overnight thing where you go in and all of a sudden you completely change.
No, of course. Now, obviously, you're heavily involved with the American side of things. Just so switching it to that. So Demetrius Andrade here tonight. Is he just in town? Is there?
He flew over. He texted us last night. Said he was coming. Got a flight, and he was here. He wanted to see what the atmosphere was like in the UK.
Hopefully enjoyed it. Got a taste of the UK thing.
But he actually created that atmosphere in Providence last week. It was the first show. Sorry, not last week. A few weeks back. Yeah,
in his hometown, done quite a good draw, and it seemed a good atmosphere. I know Eddie and yourself have talked highly of it. Very quickly on the last couple of American things, Mike Coppinger with his sources. Advanced talks with Mikey Garcia, a multi-fight deal. Sources say they always seem to do. What can Frank Smith tell us regarding those sources?
Mike Coppinger knows more than me.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've got the camera in front of me.
I'm the secretive one.
Yeah, you maybe do hold it in a little bit more. All right, and maybe I won't get too much here as well, but obviously Canelo pulling out of the September 14th date. Eddie's mentioned maybe jumping in and taking that date. I'm sure a lot of other promoters are looking at that date. I think it might have been sources, but Leo Santa Cruz saying he'd love that date, and Al Heyman do this for me and whatever. Can you shed any light on that? Is there things maybe in motion or talks of taking that date?
Yeah, I think as Eddie said, we want to try and do a show and we want to try and do a bumper show. Obviously, with Canelo not happening now, I think he's mentioned the possibility of trying to do Usyk, Golovkin, Haney all together. You know, that would be a huge card. So let's see what happens. We're working on that over this weekend. We'll be working on it tomorrow. Now tonight's out of the way as well.
And obviously, DAZN will be keen on sort of because. And just quickly on that, how, maybe you can't speak for them, but how has DAZN sort of felt about the Canelo decision? Because obviously, you know, it was going to be a big event for them and another sort of subscriber builder, but obviously that date's gone. And yeah, just wondered.
Look, I can't, as you say, I can't really speak for DAZN. I don't work for DAZN. I'm sure they've worked through it with Golden Boy, etc. And they'll try and work with them to come to the best solution, and you know, get Canelo's, as you say, a huge part of their boxing business. So, as I say, really can't speak for DAZN, but I'm sure they'll all work together. You know, everyone's got a great relationship to come up with the best solution.
And obviously, the one that everyone sort of. You'll find out this weekend. You'll find out this weekend. You'll find out just the latest on.
This weekend.
Yeah, is that it? No, but
you're going to ask about Anthony Joshua.
I am. You have to, don't you? Yeah. But Joshua Ruiz's announcement is. Can we expect that anytime soon?
As soon as we can say something, we'll say something. That's how I'll leave it. Man of mystery.
The international man of mystery. Thanks, Smith. Thanks very much.
Thank you.